average value of a function. Okay, so let's f be a function. Okay, so the average value of f over interval AB is so f, I'm going to call it av for average, is equal to so 1 over b minus a, which is basically the length of the interval, times the integral from a to b of that function. Okay, so it's very, very easy. It's very, very easy formula. And I'm going to explain you what's the logic behind this in a minute. But let's try one example just to apply it. Okay, so for example, find the average value of, let's say, f of x equals, easy one, 3x2 over the interval, let's say, 1, 2. Okay, so it doesn't get any easier than this. Okay, so just to visualize what we're talking about here. So the function is y equals 3x2, so this is a pretty steep parabola. And between 1 and 2, I'm looking for the average. What's the average value of this function? And if you could take all the values and find the average, what would it be? Okay, so it would be, I don't know, somewhere here. I don't know where. Somewhere here. Okay, so average. Yeah, let's apply the formula. So it's 1 over b minus a, so 2 minus 1, times the integral from 1 to 2 of that function. And so this is x cubed, evaluated from 1 to 2, and so we have 7. Okay, the average value of 7 is 7, even though this is 1 and this is, if you plug in 2 here, you get 12. Okay, so it's not the average between 1 and 12. Okay, because obviously it increases much faster towards the end. At first, it's not very steep. So the average is 7. Any questions on this? Okay. So let's try to understand the reasoning behind this formula. So the idea is as follows. Let's say I have a function, not clear what it looks like, and A to B. So I'm looking for the average value. In other words, okay, what should this be? Okay, so that if I wanted to find the area under F, that's F. Whether I find the area under F or I find the area of this rectangle, it's the same. Okay, so if you find the area of this rectangle, F average area, or the area under the curve, you get the same thing. Okay, what should this value be? Well, it's very simple. Okay, so the area of this rectangle is what? It's F average times, right? That's the height, F average, times the base, which is B minus A, has to equal to the area under the curve, which is basically the area, the integral from A to B of F of X dx. Okay, so this pink area has to be equal to the area under the curve. And then if you isolate F average, you're done. And that's where it comes from. Okay, so it's sort of a little proof.